Hey there, welcome back to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we'll be analyzing the new and highly anticipated record from 21 Pilots. This one is called Trench. Trench is the fifth studio album from the Columbus, Ohio band consisting of vocalist, multi-instrumentalist Tyler Joseph and drummer Josh Dunn. This group has been incorporating lots of sounds and styles into their musical identity, from hip-hop, rock, electropop, or even the alternative forms of those genres, and it's been pretty hard to pin 21 Pilots down to one specific genre. It's not that bad of a thing though, as it's honestly what gives them appeal compared to their contemporaries. Progressing away from the album and movement of 2015, Blurryface, Tyler and Josh took a hiatus and used it to write this new album, Trench. And this new album's main influence is coming from Paul Meany, who is the lead singer from the alternative rock band Mute Math, as he acts as a co-producer and co-writer for this new 21 Pilots record, but he also has a collaborating history with the band in the form of the TOP-XMM sessions from the Blurryface era. Seriously, check out the Mute Math sessions from the 21 Pilots YouTube channel. You won't be disappointed, and you'll see where the dark and atmospheric sounds are originating from on Trench. Kicking off the album, we get similar noisy synthesizers to those displayed on Blurryface's intro cut, Heavy Dirty Soul, but this time round on Jumpsuit, we get the rest of the soundscape being filled in with reverb vocals, both screamed and whispered, rounding out the song's dynamics and the dynamic nature in its composition. Between the songs Jumpsuit and My Blood, they offer the most climactic building energy for the entire track listing, I feel. However, if you are a fan of Tyler's lyricism and rapping, look no further than the second track, Levitate, as this one offers you the most potent dose of that on Trench. Between the MC technical ability and feel for rhythm, Tyler hones the best of his hip-hop skills, while Josh Dunn's urgent and bass drum heavy drumming shoots this song out of the stratosphere as one of the best from this project and in 2018 as a whole. The next track, Morph, although it fluently switches between the singing and rapping, the singing on this one from Tyler is a little shoddy, and it might need a bit of an acquired taste to get used to it. Same with the vocal performance on a later track called Legend. And although I'm not a fan of the songs Morph and Legend, the track In My Blood is a flawless single that, after multiple listens, has warped into one of the most palatable songs that this duo has ever penned to paper. At this point of the review, the only single I've yet to mention is Nico and the Niners, and this one gets lost in the dust in terms of the quality sonically compared to the other singles, and I think this stems from the poor use of the vocal modulations and deep pitches that have been used on past singles like Fairly Local. With that being said, I feel like this song just feels like it's been done before, and the melody ends up being obnoxious more than anything else. Elsewhere on Trench, especially after the first listen to it as a whole, nothing was really sticking out to me except for the singles and the song Chlorine. Although my opinion has shifted to become more positive with multiple listens, the song Chlorine has a weird duality of darkness yet still accessible pop appeal to it, with the bass offering the dingy and gloomy atmosphere and the echoed voices in the refrain Running for My Life reinforcing the pop feel. And the outro on Chlorine offers a personal apology to fans from Tyler's confusing narrative with Clancy, the title character of this record, and how he must escape from the bishops in a place called Dima, which are essentially manifestations of depression. Essentially, Tyler is excusing his cryptic messages by talking directly to the audience of the album while comparing his mind to a weathered flag by sea. Speaking of cryptic messages, Trench is definitely an album that is riddled by them, often delving into the same kind of themes that the band has been known to tackle in the past, including suicide, depression, and introspection. But don't let this allegory-like narrative scare or confuse you away. The record can still be enjoyed passively with or without the understanding of the lyrics, since the songs still have melodic stick. But at this point, Blurryface is probably a better album for you to listen to if you want more of the top 40 charting kind of songs. However, if you want to dive deeper into the lyrics of 21 Pilots, you'll see recurring themes of suicidal thoughts, and these ideas have shaped and guided the great quality of tracks in the past like Car Radio and Guns for Hands. The closest song on Trench that resembles one of those great songs I just mentioned would be Neon Gravestones, a title that doesn't really make much sense upon first glimpse, but it's elucidated in a highly relevant song to 2018, maybe being the strongest and most ambitious lyrical effort from 21 Pilots on this project, and even their entire discography. On the song, Tyler challenges the practice of glorifying those who have committed suicide and romanticizing ending their own life. Definitely a contentious issue that is hard to talk about here. But thinking of some of the suicides that have gained a lot of attention in recent memory, Chester Bennington from Linkin Park and the comedian Robin Williams, you start to realize that the rich and famous gain an elevated level of status because of their life ending. Through Neon Gravestones, Tyler is obviously upset with thinking that suicide is the easy way out of life when we should endure through the hard times and grow old to celebrate life as we know it instead. He also says that we should find someone older than us, possibly a grandparent, and respect them for fighting through life. And Tyler personally admits that he will not fall victim to temptation of killing himself, even though he knows that it could probably make him more famous, hence the flashiness of Neon Gravestones. Moreover, Tyler also knows that suicide can be used as a dangerous weapon to prove a point to someone, often used as a platform to manipulate how someone can treat you. But don't take him the wrong way either. Tyler doesn't want to disrespect anyone who's been left behind to deal with a family member who has taken his or her own life. He's simply asking us to appreciate life as it lasts before celebrating the dead. Yeah, that's heavy stuff to talk about, but when you're with your family and friends, I think it's worth taking that extra moment to say, hey, you're awesome for this and this, I love you because of this, instead of dwelling on the negatives and regretting that you didn't put all your cards on the table before one passed away, because that's when the glorification and excuses come into play, and that's what distorts the reality of one's achievements and failures way out of proportion to what they actually are. Moving on from the controversial subject matter though, the songs The Hype and Legend offer similar instrumentation to 21 Pilots' past projects in the form of the ukulele and horns. The latter of which, Legend, is lacking a sonic punch for me, while the former is feeling like a radio-friendly hit, something that's hard to predict in the 21 Pilots discography. I mean, come on, who could have possibly seen Stressed Out as being the big hit from Blurry Face? But moving on from that, we have a few more songs for me to talk about, the first of which, Cut My Lip, features a piano backbeat and chord progression that sound like a slowed down version of the song Ride, where the synthesizers are probably the only enthralling element to this song, unfortunately. Next up, the track Bandito has its title extracted from those who have survived depression and are reaching out to Clancy, who is the possible alter ego to Tyler Joseph. But outside of the lyrics, the song sounds a lot like Heathens, and the synthesizers that creep into the last minute and a half are the captivating elements of the song that act as a scaffold for the expansive form and instrumentation, especially the percussion and the lingering guitar. The last track I'll make a comment on is Pet Cheetah. This one tackles writer's block, and when I say writer's block, I mean intense writer's block. Think about working 8 days straight, 8 hours a day, and you've got nothing to show for it. But that doesn't stop Tyler from meticulously working over top of this beat that he has made. He thinks that he should probably delete it and start over, but instead he works through it. On top of this, the song has the weirdest title on the track listing by far, and it's something that I don't know if I should be laughing to it as I hear it or I should be bobbing my head as the beat drops. Definitely a strange song from the vocal delivery to the lyrical content and the instrumentation. It's unusual and bizarre. It's something that I like, but I have a difficult time explaining why I like it. And I think the main reason why I do like it, if I can put it into the proper words, it's just something different from any other song that I've heard in 2018, and the execution of the lyrical content with writer's block is taken to us tripped out in zany territory. I'm just really glad to see 21 Pilots coming out of their comfort zone. Altogether, Trench is thematically sharp, it's focused, it's consistent, the pacing is fairly decent given a runtime just shy of an hour, and it's an improvement over Blurry Face lyrically and sonically, with a greater flavor for reverb and dark atmospheres that suit Tyler and Josh very well. Moreover, Trench is a great starting point if you're hesitant going into 21 Pilots discography. If you want to get your feet wet, I highly recommend this one, and with all that being said, I'm feeling an 8 out of 10 on this record. There's my review of Trench by 21 Pilots. Now I want to hear from you. Sound off down below in the comments. Agree or disagree. I'm here to engage with you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. My name is Ryan from True North Reviews, and as always, have a rockin' day. Thanks for watching.